Yeah, I'm ready.
Hello and welcome back. So last night we had a date night. I took my wife out to a movie, which we normally don't do. We don't go out very much anymore, but
Maybe to dinner.
maybe a dinner or something like that. And
We
I was
haven't
like,
been to
hey,
a movie in a while.
let's go watch a movie. And so we got to looking at what we wanted to watch, and we decided we'd watch the new Reagan movie. So we've seen a couple reviews on it, so I was like, well, why not? Let's go check it out. So we have the trailer. If you haven't heard about it or haven't seen the trailer, we'll play the trailer for you now. That way you get a kind of idea of the movie, and then we'll talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
Welcome to your life.
There's nothing a retired governor can do, but a president, now he can do a thing or two.
Everybody wants to rule the world.
I will be frank with you that as a citizen, I would not like to see any political party outlawed on the basis of its ideology, because I still believe, Mr. Chairman, that democracy can handle it.
I was a brand new KGB officer, given my first intelligence assignment. A certain actor and union leader.
Dutch, there's a purpose for your life.
You can run from a bully for so long, but after a while, you're gonna have to stand up to him.
There's about to be another war right here in Hollywood. The commies on one side, the mob on the other. And you're right in the middle, son.
If you put as much work into your career as you do making your speeches, you'd have an Oscar by now.
Hello, I'm Nancy Davis.
Hello, Nancy Davis. I'm Ron Reagan.
I'm curious, Ron.
What would you say is the issue of our time?
No question about it. Communism and the Soviet Union.
Get in the game. Run for office.
It's you!
I'm running for governor, and I would like your vote.
I forgot your name.
Do his initials help, or R?
Honey, Roy Rogers is here! And he's running for governor!
Ronnie, remember when we met? You told me that you wanted to make a difference in this world. You know what you have to do.
Governor Reagan again, typically, is against such a proposal.
There you go again.
But he was not afraid to take us on.
There's nothing a retired governor can do about the Soviets, but a president, now he can do a thing or two.
Welcome to your life.
I was a lifeguard on a river,
There's no turning back.
and I learned how to read the currents. Not just the ones on the surface, but also the ones deep underneath the water.
I am about to start the biggest war of this century, and I'm not gonna fire a single shot.
You're gonna blow up 8 years of diplomacy.
Well, if you think that got their undies in a wad, you just wait.
What did the president know, and when did he know it?
What would you have me do?
I want you to fight!
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Wants to rule the world.
That's a pretty good trailer. I do like
Yeah.
that trailer. So what did you think about the movie?
I really liked it.
Did you?
Yeah, I really liked it a lot. There were a lot of things I didn't know.
Yeah, I liked it. I remember Reagan. I was young, but I do remember Reagan.
I was really little.
There was some stuff in the movie that I didn't remember or didn't know, I should say. I remember when he got shot. Like I said, I was little, but I do remember my family talking about it.
Yeah.
I do remember his speech, about the Berlin Wall and that coming down. I was older then.
It's like iconic.
That was something that just kind of everyone talked about. It was on the news and all. But I thought it was a really good movie. I like Reagan and always have, and I've always thought he's been one of the best presidents we ever had. He did have some controversy, but I think all presidents do to some extent. But I really I enjoyed the movie.
It was very well done. I watched some interviews that Dennis Quaid had done about the movie, and just kind of talking about how they did a lot of research. They really wanted to get it right, and how he was actually nervous. Actually, he declined when they reached out to him to play Reagan initially. He actually was like, I don't know, I don't think I want to do this. 'Cause I think because he was a little intimidated by it. He said that Reagan is his favorite president.
Yeah.
And so anyway, he kind of came around, and of course, obviously, he ended up taking the role. But I thought he did a really good job. I thought he did a really good job playing him.
I think he did a really good job. His mannerisms.
Yeah.
I guess I do have one kind of critique. One thing that I kind of didn't like is, I don't know if it was some of the makeup or some of the CGI in some parts of the movie where they tried to make him look a little younger. Was kind of, I
think it's easier to make younger people look older than it is to make older people look younger.
I think, I don't know, because
he's up there. I mean, it's great. He's not young anymore.
He's up there, and because
still handsome though.
He's a good looking fella, and like I said, he did a good job. But my only critique is I did notice, I caught myself kind of looking at his jawline a few times when he was talking.
And two, I think,
and it was just,
which he has a very prominent jawline, prominent cheeks, and his facial structure. But so did Reagan. I mean, he kind of did too, and his iconic smile, and his hair. I mean, I think that they, he's not going to be identical, but I think considering that they did have some similar features, and then I could tell he was really making an effort to with his mannerisms, and even like the way he would kind of do his mouth, like
I was just going to say that
when he would do that little that grimace, and then also his voice and his stature, and just the way he. But there was a lot of things that I didn't know about him, and I think it was in the details, like the smaller details, just like his character, like who he was personally, who he, and then his story with Nancy was just so sweet, and it's really, really good, and
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that I, as a woman, from that my viewpoint, seeing how a man is with his wife, I'm gonna get like teary or whatever. Like they were always together. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. You could tell that they really loved each other, because she was with him everywhere. If he went somewhere, she was there. Even during his speech at the Berlin Wall, when they panned out, she was there. She was sitting off to the side, up there, with the group. And they traveled. They traveled a lot together. And she was by his side, supporting him.
Yeah, and I think that's what it takes, because it's like and they didn't really spoilers, I guess. They didn't really focus on George Bush much, which I was kind of surprised, because we don't really know, if you're not in that world and you're not in those rooms, you don't really know how involved. And I think every presidency is different. I think yes, there's the same type of, well, maybe not, but things have evolved. But you have the same kind of like advisors, and you have the different people that do the different things as far as staffing, and then different secretaries and different cabinet positions and all of this. But you really don't know, like every presidency is different as far as how they do things, really. Like who are they being in confidence with? Like who are they really sharing things with, and really like when it comes down to it, like who do they trust the most? Like those are the ones they're going to keep near them. And those are, to me, I think that's where the magic happens. I think that is where like, you really... it gets into the nitty gritty. And you could see that in this film. And it was really, really cool, because he stuck with his principles. Yeah. He did not waver. Nope. And like, whether you like him or not, I'm like, I can respect that. I mean, even if I don't understand, because guess what? There are some times when you're in a difficult position and all options don't seem fair, or there's going to be some things that aren't, good about it. But it's like, it takes that kind of character when you're put in it, like you're in the fire, and you can not waver, stand tall, it's like that gut, and I think that that's something that you can't be taught, I mean, I think that I liked how the film went back to when he was very young, and it showed his relationship with his parents. He didn't come from money. He came from humble beginnings, which I can really respect. I think the time that he grew up too, that has a lot to do with it, just because we have evolved as a culture. some ways good, a lot of ways not good.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that, you know, his mother, his relationship with both of his parents, but his dad, you know, I think there was love in their home, but, you know, it wasn't perfect, but, you know, nobody's home is. But I think that relationship that he had is with his mother and his relationship with God. I think his spiritual relationship and just those things that I think are so important, kind of helped mold him into the man he became, you know? And it's just really interesting. I definitely recommend everyone going and seeing it. Yeah. It's a very good movie. Like I said, there was a lot of things I didn't know, but I think if you enjoy a good movie, you know, especially when it's based on facts and true story and all that.
They've been working on this movie for probably 6 years, because I think they went to Dennis Quaid 6 years ago.
Wow!
So this is not something they just threw together in the last couple of years. It's something they've been working on a long time, and I think because historically they wanted to get it correct. Mm-hmm. And it's really cool because at the end of the movie, they show some screenshots or some pictures of the events that they the video that they reenacted during the movie. So you could say, okay, this is. It was
really cool.
This is what really happened.
Like they really tried. You know, they really did put a lot of effort and money and time into this film to get it right. They really wanted to do it. Justice, and they really wanted to do it well, and I think they did. I think they pulled it off, and I would recommend it. I think it was a very good film.
I definitely recommend it. It was a good movie. I really.
What's
enjoyed
really
it.
Wild too is just the parallels from back then, and it's just funny to me how, there's still some of the same issues.
Yeah. Still going through some of the same stuff.
So that to me is kind of comforting. Honestly, it kind of gives you hope. Like, okay, so we've dealt with, because we forget, the world's spinning so fast, and with social media and the internet and everything, like all the time, information overload, overstimulated. It's easy to kind of get lost and to forget. Yeah. And even you may not have even known. You may be younger. You weren't alive yet, or you just didn't learn much about it, or you don't know, or you're not a history buff or whatever. And you kind of forget, like, we've been through some trials as a country before, and we've made it out, and we can do this. That's just kind of what I took away from it was, we're in, we're dealing with some dark times right now, but we've been through way worse. Yeah. And we can't let it get us. We can't lose hope. We can't lose hope, and we can't lose each other's. We can't lose ourselves. We have to, stand up for what you believe in. I think, was it Brene Brown? She says, soft front, hard back.
Yeah.
Love her. And that's just kind of how you have to be. You have to have a kind heart and but be smart and stick with your convictions and, have hope and try to not let this divide us as a nation. I think ultimately.
Yep. Well, I think that was good.
Go see the movie.
Yeah, go see the movie. We just wanted to share this with you.
Go on a date night.
Yeah, go on a date night. Or take a friend.
Go with a friend, or go by yourself, whatever.
Take a buddy or whatever. Go check the movie out. It's a good movie. We just wanted to share this with you. I guess we're going to call this one for now.
And please like and subscribe, share this video. Please, we appreciate any support for our little channel as we're trying to grow. But also, if you have seen it, drop us a comment. Let us know what you thought about the movie.
Yep.
We'd love to hear from you.
Tell us if you think we're right or wrong about the movie, but
I think it's all a matter of opinion, really.
Yeah. It was a good one.
It was.
Anyway, until next time, we'll see y'all.